Today I'm going to show you how I make my stickers. So I wanted to show you the whole process from start to finish. So this is everything that you're going to need. First off, you're going to need an iPad if you want to draw with me and your Apple Pencil. So I do all my designs on Procreate and I'm going to show you that process in a moment. You will also need, makes so much noise, some sticker paper. So I will link my sticker paper down below, but I use adhesive photo paper. So it's got two layers, one you can peel off and make that sticky side. So you're going to need some sort of device. So I use my laptop to connect to the Cricut Design Space. And of course, you're going to need a printer and your Cricut machine. So let's go. So I use Procreate to design all my stickers. So the canvas size that I use is this 1920 by 2500 pixels. And as you can see, it's one of my saved canvas sizes over in this corner. As I've already opened the canvas, we're just gonna go into here. So today I want to upgrade my logo as I'm currently using my old logo on my sticker packaging. So this is a look at my old logo here. So this is what I've got printed, and as it's old, I want to change it. So what we're going to do is first turn off this background layer so it's transparent and it makes it easier to see the different elements. First off, I'm going to open up the new elements of my new logo. So this is a look at my new logo. And what I want to do is create that circle behind both of these elements. So what I'm going to do is hold down that color and add a layer behind the two elements. I'm going to head over to the selection tool and make sure it's highlighted onto that ellipse tool. I'm going to drag a circle around, which kind of makes it more oval because of the way my stick is designed. And just check that I've got all the elements in there and I'm happy with how it's formatted. So now what I can do is select all three of the elements and drag them all together. I'm going to just resize this. So I'm liking the way that's formatted, and now I'm going to check how big it is. So I'm going to head over to this wrench tool, click on Canvas and click Drawing Guide. When you click Edit Drawing Guide, you can come down to this grid size, select it, and then you can change it. So I like to make my stickers roughly about 5 centimeters wide. So you can go over and see that it's a little bit bigger than that 5 centimeters. We'll turn on the background color to make it easier for you to see. So you can see it's way over that 5 centimeter border. So I'm going to drag it in place until I get roughly how big I want it to be. So I'm pretty happy with that sizing. I can get rid of the other sticker. And now what I'm going to do is take this to the top corner and fit as many of these on the page as I can. So this process can be a little bit tedious, but once you've done it once, you never have to do it again. So I'm going to duplicate this, make as many rows as I can. So I'll probably fit 5 rows of this. Perfect. Now, before I upload this into Cricut, I'm going to change this background color just to a darker gray, as it makes it easier to distinguish between the background and the sticker. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to turn off this drawing guide. And that is all I need to do in Procreate. This can then be uploaded to Cricut. I'm going to send this to my computer so we can print the stickers off and then get it cut in the Cricut. So how we do this is to click this wrench, hit share. I'm going to share it as a PNG just because it's usually better quality. And I'm just going to airdrop this to my Mac if it would like to pop up, but of course it's being funny today, so I'm just going to email it to myself. Technical difficulties. All right, let's head over to the computer. Okay, I managed to get my design downloaded onto my computer. We have had a few technical difficulties, so I've changed it to a JPEG and that seems to be working. So what we're going to do is open up a new project and we're going to come here to upload our design. So as you can see, I've had a few failed attempts today. So we're just going to download our JPEG into our Cricut Design Space. So I always select complex for this as just to make sure it gets the design 100% perfect. So we come here and you can erase certain things. So I'm going to erase this grey border and then we'll just be left with the sticker shape. So here we've got either you can cut the image, so that's where you just use a Cricut machine and it'll cut around the shapes for you. But as we're printing off a design, choose print then cut. And then we're going to upload that into Design Space. So here we're just going to insert that image. So what we're going to do now, as you can see, there's a orange yellowy triangle saying it's too big. So you can come here, either drag it in or just change the size here. So we'll just go down to 20 and see what happens. So we've still got that border. So what we're going to do is drag it in. I think it goes to about 20. We can get it as big as we can. So fiddle around until you're happy with it. And you can see here how long they're going to be. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimeters long, which is exactly what we want. So check that you're happy with your design, and then we're going to move over to here and click Make It. So that's going to bring up what needs to be printed onto your mat. So in a moment we're going to put our photo paper into our printer, and that will print off with this black border around it. So let's go do that. Okay, so we've got our photo paper here, which I'm about to put into my printer. So I will show you the print settings on my computer and how we do that. My printer's in a bit of a weird spot, so we're not going to film that part, but I will show you what we do on the computer. So I've loaded my photo paper into the printer. Now we're just going to click continue. And I haven't connected my Cricut device yet. So what we're going to do is click send to printer. Now this is going to pop up. Delete this add bleed because that will just add a little bit of the border around it, which you don't need. I always use system dialog and read here. So it says after clicking print, your print dialog may appear behind your Design Space application, which basically does every time. So it'll keep circling around. So just minimize this and you'll see that pop up here. So what we do, it always prints from the rear tray for me. I select glossy photo paper and best for quality. And in paper handling, I'm just going to change that to A4. And then we're just going to hit print. So that's printing now. In the meantime, I'm going to connect my Cricut device. So let's turn that on. All right, so our Cricut device is connected. So you can just select Air to USB. Once it's printed, we're going to select this I've already printed. So that will mean if you've already printed a design previously, you can just cut it again without having to go through that print process. So we'll select I've already printed, and then it's going to come to setting your base material. So the last thing I did was iron on, so we'll change that in a moment, and I'll show you how to do that. So as I said, the last thing I printed was iron on. For my stickers, as I want to cut the whole way through, I'm going to change that to card stock, as I found that that cuts it the best. Instead of just one layer of the photo paper, it's going to cut through both. So you can see on the computer it's now got cardstock as the main setting. So once our design has printed, we'll load that onto the Cricut mat and then cut it through the machine. Okay, so we've got our design printed now. So as you can see, there's this black border all the way around, and that's going to help the Cricut machine actually detect your design. So in a moment, we're going to put our design on our blue mat. So what you do is just line up your design with the border around here, and that'll make it easier to cut and cut precisely on your device. So let's go do that and we'll put it in the machine. So as you can see, I've lined that up with the border of the mat. In a moment, we're going to hit this button here, and that's going to insert this mat and lock it into the machine. So as you can see now, if I pull it, it's not going to come out. So we can do a double check on the computer that cardstock is the preferred setting. And when we're ready, we're going to hit this Cricut button. I always make sure there's a big enough gap behind the machine, as that's going to hit the wall. So I will move this back, and then we're going to cut. So your computer's going to be telling you what's happening the whole time. So as you can see here, it says it's scanning. And hopefully in a minute, it's going to tell us it's cutting. So as you can see now, it tells you the percentage of how much it's cut. And as you can see now, it's 100% done and it says to unload the mat. So you hit this button again and then you can take the mat out. So now you can check if it's cut through. So what you do is peel this back and there you have it. So now you have all your stickers on your mat and these obviously need to be peeled off. So the device I use is this little tool here. I don't use the spatula as I found that it can damage my stickers pretty easily. So this is the device I use. I basically just pick underneath each one and then peel them off. So I'll show you how to do it. So basically just go in at one corner, peel through and then peel them off. And do that with all of them. And now you got your stickers. So this is double layered, so it's not going to be sticky now until I peel it back. So I can show you one of them. I'm going to peel this back. So now you've got your sticky side, which will stick to you, and then your paper side. So that is how I make my stickers from start to finish. Hope you enjoyed that tutorial. If you have any questions to do with Cricut, stickers, Procreate, anything at all, please let me know as I'd love to help you out. But otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.